Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Roundtable. I'm your host, Steven. I'm here with
Gio.
Out of the Theater Reactions. We just went to go see From the World of John Wick, Ballerina. The film stars Ana de Amas, Lance Riddick, Keanu Reeves, and Ian McShane, Angela Houston, Gabriel Bryan, and it's directed by Len Wiseman, who's best known for Underworld, and I think he did Live Free or Die Hard, if I remember correctly. This is, of course, a spin-off from the John Wick series.
Yeah.
This takes place between, I believe, 3 and 4, so that's why Keanu Reeves is around, and we do see him.
I think it's 2 and 3, I think, maybe.
I think it's 3 and 4, but I could be wrong. It's in between two of the issues before he dies, so that's why he's there.
Yeah.
Or we would have a problem there somewhere. Unless she sees dead people, it's a whole other movie.
Unless there's something to do with the underworld or something, the vampire and everything.
Overall, I mean, it's about her being trained to become the next assassin. She sees her father get killed by another cult-like community, which she doesn't know. She studies under the tutelage of Angelica Houston, who plays the director, where you see the ballerina. She does the ballerina, they learn how to kill, and then she goes off on her mission to seek revenge of the killers of her father. Keanu Reeves is a little bit in there, a lot more than I thought he was going to be. I thought it was going to be just a cameo, but he's in there for about 20 minutes tops.
Easily.
At least 20.
But just enough.
Just enough. But sometimes I'm usually worried when they bring that character into the spin-off because that shows they don't have faith in the spin-off. But I don't think it really affected the movie overall.
It made it better.
Right. There's a scene where Keanu Reeves is killing a few of the guys in that other cult, and they're going into a room, and the girl goes, "Let's get him." And one guy goes, "That's John Wick. I'm not going in there alone." That was really cool because they finally, I found after the second movie, because he always was known as the Baba Yaga, the boogeyman.
Yeah.
And nobody seems to be scared. They up the price and everybody's willing to kill him. And no one's really scared. This one, you saw a little hesitance in that cult that they're going after John Wick. So they brought back that aura of that he is like the boogeyman. And that's what I really appreciate in that part, that they took notice of that missing piece. That's, I think, off 3 and 4. They kind of really dropped the ball on that mystique, that lore of John Wick, right? Overall, I think the action is great. Very interesting ways on how to kill people with bombs and flamethrowers and axes and knives, you name it, they did it. I'm going to say that director Len Wiseman is doing a decent job in this movie, but it still was, for my sense, it was missing something. I think the other directors who did the John Wick films themselves, like I think it's Chad Stadwick, if I'm not saying his name correctly, forgive me, he had a better grip on mixing the action and everything a lot better than Wiseman does here. Overall, it's a decent entry. I'm not going to say it's better than any of the John Wicks, but it's a good, solid jumping board into this world of John Wick. And if this is how they're going to do it, I'm okay with it. I'm not saying it's better than any of the John Wicks. I still like the John Wicks better, but this is a great film. If you know what you're getting into, story-wise, it's a story of revenge. Very simple, but great action. So if you know you're going into action, you're not expecting Hamlet, you'll have a fun ride, right? But that's
to be or not to be.
Exactly. That's the question, right? That's my take on it. How about you?
Okay, so Rotten Tomato gave it 77, and people audience is 79. You give what?
I'm gonna say, you know what? I'll say 79. I enjoyed it, but I didn't like go overly wild like the first time I saw John Wick. But it's good. It's solid.
Okay, I gave it less than 77. I give it in the low 70s. The reason why, it started very well. The storyline, everything, this and that, how she becomes a ballerina. It's kind of their way of going from city to city, under the radar, get their jobs done, go back to the ballerina station where they're doing a performance, all hidden and everything. So and then you see her fighting. Certain parts she's sparring with male and female. And she's sparring with this male, and she gets up, and she goes to one of her biggest instructor. She goes, "I can't beat him, he's too strong." And I love what the instructor said. He goes, "Look, you're fighting the way they want you to fight. Fight like a woman. Be a woman fighter." That they're supposed to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so the first thing she does, she goes in there and kicks him right between the legs. And what I love about it, and she beats him, of course, right? And before she leaves, she turns around, she kicks him again, even harder. I start alive. And it was true, because at a certain point, because if you expect a woman to be physically outperform another man who's doing the same field as you are, your chance to be legit fighter, you don't lose every time. You know? And I love that little quote that she said, fight like a real woman's supposed to fight, you know? And it's going like, look, you're a killer. You do what like Kempo people say. Anything around you, it's like a weapon, becomes a weapon. You're not there to, I might win the fight. No, you have to win the fight. If you don't, you're dead. So the thing is, the reason I give a low mark is because it started amazing. The story, the action that she goes through the beginning, how she gets beaten up and this and that, and she fights. But then near the end, and she meets John Wick, was very nice because he's idolized by everybody, kind of sense, you know. And the part is, I thought Ian McShawn and Gabriel Byrne, he's the leader of the other cult, I thought they were brothers. That they split up and they created their own thing. I go, he looks so much like the other guy. Goes, could it be? But it isn't. So my mind just drifted off. And anyways, but the whole thing is, then the last 45 minutes when she finds where their camp is and that, it got too Hollywood. Like really over exaggerated. Like it's same thing with John Wick number 3 and 4 when he's high endurance, he's running like crazy and they're not breathing heavily, they're getting stabbed, punctured and this and that, and they're still running as there's no tomorrow. He goes, but didn't you have a flesh wound? Did you get stabbed? And you're still running as if there's nothing. Oh, it's the adrenaline. There's a limit to what adrenaline can do. They should have just easily have a potion that they like a testing drugs. Because they have all these weapons that nobody has, right? Because they have special connections. They create this drug that it gives them a super adrenaline for so long. Because, let's put it this way. And what I hate about her, this is what I hate the last 45 minutes. She's killing people with a gun, right? Now these people have, from the pub or she got her express and everything, they have these high industrial machine guns. Isn't this? She leaves it there. She takes her gun. And she ties it with a knife, which is good. But get the main weapon. Bring with you. No, she brings a samurai sword. Seriously, you're going to an assassin base and you're satisfied with a sword, not a machine gun. And then at a certain point, it was a part which was getting weapons and everything. That's why my marks went down completely. The guy has all kinds of weapons. Okay, good. Maybe she cannot use them. But the people she's killing take the machine guns. No, she bombs them. But you don't know what's around you. You can actually kill yourself. And certain parts, like she throws bomb and she throws a table aside to protect herself. Really, if there's a little gap under the table, all that flame goes right straight to you and it'll burn you like crazy. So to a point, it's like she's getting overexcited with the grenades. And to me, it's like, oh, get a life, you know? The flamethrower.
There was one guy I think burnt like 6 times as he's crawling away. He's dead, man. Let it go. There was one guy who was crawling.
Yeah.
Let it. Like it was. I mean, there's over the top, and there's some instances like you said. You are right. To Hollywood and too over the top.
The flamethrower. Now, if you pay attention, to kill one person, she has to go. It takes like 20 seconds. In a machine gun, 20 seconds you can kill an army. What the heck? And then, for example, report the guy is jumping over the car. And she's trying to get him on top. No, you dumb idiot, you fire under because the flame goes up. You burn the guy from under the car. So the other guy is just stupid when he's trying to kill her, and she's just stupid trying to kill him. And to me, it didn't make sense. All of a sudden, it's too Hollywood. She comes there with a hose. It's like, get a life. You know, it's like, seriously, you have all those machine guns and everything. Oh, maybe they're on fire. Okay, first of all, they're made of metal, okay? And 2, not all of them could be damaged. You know, fire is a flamethrower. So what? A machine gun or whatever. You don't have to get close to the guy. Just know. So to a point, it got over exaggerated, sloppy because she should have been dead out of exhaustion. Out of the 30 minutes,
halfway through the movie, probably.
Or even like the time my sister was in the village, she should have been dead a long time ago. Mm. At a certain point when they kind of took a break and they waited for John Wick, that I understood. She got her energy break. Good. Okay, that makes sense that she recuperated and everything. But then she started, blah, 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 and you're going against all these athlete fighters, okay? And you still ahead of them, and then all these assassins, they're getting worse and worse in fighting against her. So she's getting more tired, and these assassins are getting worse. And the thing I do like about it is when John Wick confronted her and she's trying to be the way John Wick puts her in place fast. Boom, 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 boom. Go, can you stop? quit and get out of here. No. And then she loses her rampage. She guns it for again. And John Wick shows that, look, as good as you are, you're nothing next to me. You know? And that's why he's called the boogeyman, because he makes everybody else look like nothing. And then like John Wick, what he does, he goes, look at it, the whole village, the whole base, it's all full of assassins. It's a no-win situation. Because John Wick and her, I don't know, whatever her name is, they're supposed to be dead by then, because any sniper should just play with them, bang, and just shoot her. Because each house, because any place was one place of those kids, and the husband and wife are amazing fighters.
Yeah.
So automatically, where are these people all of a sudden, as soon as they're fighting, when she's fighting in the middle of the street, where are all these assassins? Why, how come they're not coming out, just boom, shooting the person, you know? So to me, there's a lot of things, it got too Hollywood. But the beginning was amazing. If you look at it, the first half, it's great. It was at the potential to be John Wick number 1, which I liked a lot, and a bit of number 2. This one was John Wick number 1 and a bit of number 2, the first half. And the second half, or until the end, it's like John Wick 3 and 4, which is like Hollywood, over action, over things that make sense no more. We're going to shoot you a lot of bullets, a lot of bombs, a lot of flames, but it doesn't make sense. It's your brain goes to realistic modes, like saying, why? Like a flamethrower to kill 6 people, right? In the street, 5-6 people. It took a machine gun, 1 round, dead, next.
Yeah.
Get next to that guy, boom, shoot in the brain. That's it. So that's the part that, to me, like
that's what we liked about John Wick in the beginning, where you just shot him in the head, fast, done, get the job, and get moved on.
The less bullets possible.
Yeah.
And then John Wick number 1, what he does most of the time, as soon as he's a better weapon, he takes it.
Yeah.
Because I might be running out of bullets. Like here, you're saying, like, how many bullets do you have in that gun? Because I haven't seen her changing at all. So to me, it's like, I don't see her uniform and everything, that she had a lot of bullets around her. So that, to me, it brought me down. It's like, what saved the movie was the first half and John Wick.
Yeah.
And besides that, but Cheapo Night, I'll give it.
Yeah, Cheapo Night, you go to theater?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree, Cheapo Night.
Full price is because if you're a real ballistic of action, thriller, of like action over the top, and you're not like myself, then you can go whenever you want to go.
I agree. If you like over the top action, I think Cheapy Night is the best route.
You can't go wrong.
Or wait for Netflix or something. I think it's a decent spin-off, but it's not better than, let's say, John Wick 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
3 and 4, it's just as good.
I think this is not as good as them. I think this is the number 5. It's for the action.
Because he loves John Wick.
I love Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. No.
Whoa, dude. He's awesome.
Yeah, but then after, like, if you see our other podcast of the latest to John Wick, I got very negative because it got too over the top. It became like an action of like Fast and the Furious style. It doesn't make sense. Impossible. It's too much impossible. So to myself, it's like I become like very like a pissed off nerd. So that's it. I'm stop talking.
All right. So we recommended Cheapy Night.
Big time.
He thinks it's over the top. I think it's a little over the top too. I would have to agree. I'm not going to say it's the best of the franchise, but I think it's
reasonable.
It's reasonable. All right. So this is Steven.
Gio.
And we'll be seeing you at the theater.
Ciao, guys.